Hey everyone! Okay, so today's video is going to be focusing on the spring outlook of this year, and I'm going to break it down kind of like region by region. Anyways, don't look at the map behind me because that was for my video that I did a couple days ago, and I have not updated it, so I have my stuff on the computer today. Alright, so starting off in the Northeast between now and pretty much going into the springtime season, so that's March, April, and May, coming into those time frames and everything. It looks like that finishing out the month of February, we are going to have a stormy pattern, sort of say, but it is going to quiet down, especially for the month of March. However, it is going to be rather on the warm side. I know it's been like extremely cold in the Northeast in New England with like the ton of snow and ice and just mayhem everywhere, but it does look like that March is going to be kind of a quieter month in the Northeast. And then going into April, it is going to be turning very warm. We are expected to have a very warm April and beginning of May. However, the end of May could become a little cooler than average. And then in terms of precipitation and everything, it does look like we are going to be on par for about I would say average, a little above average precipitation, especially for the months of April and May. March should be about average, maybe a little less than average precipitation and everything. So that's the Northeast. Now going down to like the south part of the country, it does look like that for the majority of February, the rest of the February going into the south, and this is pretty much like the Carolinas going over to like the Texas area. It does look like we are going to have another kind of like parade of storms and everything. We are going to have more storms, more severe weather, more tornadoes possible through the end of February going into March. Again, it is supposed to quiet down. Once March comes around, it is supposed to warm up dramatically. We are supposed to have a very warm March going into April. April should be a bit showery with some severe weather possible and everything. Again, this is an outlook. This is not an actual like forecast and everything. This is based off of models and like the Farmer's Almanac that I'm pretty much reading you. It's essentially what I'm doing to you. Not doing to you, but doing for you. Just reading off what I have from all those sources. But the South, yes, April looks a little showery and wet. I can't even say showery. Oh my god, I can't even say it. But anyways, it looks a little wet and damp. Again, still kind of warm, a bit muggy though. Probably your springtime thunderstorms typically coming into the latter part of April going into May. That's going to probably be typical and everything. Severe weather outlook. It does look like that we already have seen a lot of severe weather in the south part of the country. That does seem to be winding down toward the end of February going into March, but we could have another spring up of severe weather going into the latter part of April and May, so look out for that if you live in the south. Alright, now going over into the Midwest, the Great Lakes, going over into the Midwest and Front Range of the Rockies, it does look like that February is going to be kind of going out, kind of not as stormy as other parts of the country. However, coming into March, it is going to become stormy during especially the first week or so of March, and then it is going to turn rather fair after that, kind of wrapping up the whole entire month on the fair to maybe a storm or two coming into the Midwest. Now, temperature-wise, it is going to be pretty much on average when you come down into the parts of like Kansas and Nebraska, and Missouri. Those places are expected to see warmer than average conditions coming into the latter part of March and going into April, but places north of that, we are going to be on average, maybe even below average for temperatures for the month of March. Going into April and May, again, fair conditions. We could have a stormy setup coming into mainly the parts of the Tornado Alley, which runs all the way from Texas all the way up into parts of the Dakotas and Minnesota. Those places are going to see their probably severe weather outbreak coming into the beginning of May. April for the Midwest looks to be good. A little cool, but good. Really no storms to really talk about, so I think you're going to be fine there. Just look out for the severe weather coming into May. Now, that is it for the 2/3 of the country. Hopping all the way over into the Rockies and the pretty much west. So west is like the continental divide. this is your spring outlook if you live out there. So wrapping up the month of February, it does look like it's going to be, I know there's a winter storm Q that has it's making its way present right now into the Four Corners region. That's going to move out. We are going to see some fair conditions after that. After the fair conditions, wrapping up the month of February, we are going to have another storm system come into the region. So we are going to wrap up February on a stormy note. And then going into March, we also are going to be a bit stormy. And then kind of just quieting things down, going into the middle and latter part of March. Temperatures should be marginal to average, and precipitation should be on par as well. Going into April, we are going to have pretty fair and tranquil conditions, and then going into May as well. However, we could see a surge of warm air coming up from the desert southwest, obviously, you know, precursor to the summer and everything. We are expected to see much warmer than average conditions, especially across the desert southwest. However, if you live in the Pacific Northwest, we are expected to see just average, slightly below average temperatures, especially going into the month of May, right before summer hits. But again, April and May should be kind of quiet weather-wise and everything. So that is your spring outlook for the entire country. I hope you got all that. I kind of was saying that kind of fast as well, but that's okay. Anyways, so yeah, that's pretty much it for today, and it looks like I am done because obviously that's the entire continental US, or at least the lower 48. So yeah, that's pretty much it. So I will be back again with another update on, oh, just some weather event. I don't know what's going to be about. Hey, maybe the meteorite strike in Russia. No, that already passed like a week ago. I don't think I'm going to say anything about that. Just, it kind of freaked me out. I was like, oh my god, there's a meteor! Oh no! But, oh my god, thank god it didn't hit here on, like, DC. I would have, like, flipped a shit and died somehow. I don't know. Anyways, so, oh, someone's calling. Oh, no, not really. Okay. It's a nobody. Okay, so that's pretty much it for my video. Until next time, remember to keep your eye to the sky and stay safe out there. Bye.